Comment section. Hello.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to another open chat. I'm your host, Tiffany Daniel, your host, Miss Chloe, and your host, Miss Jeannie Gooden, who's probably been busy like crazy moving.
Oh, yeah.
It's good to see everybody.
Correction. You're with one of your dumb hosts, which is me, because I did something stupid before stream tonight.
I'm still on the high of I got to have taco Christmas. So
You do
I am
get
jealous.
to have taco Christmas.
like she's like, I thought about having a taco Christmas. Like, yes, brilliant, do it.
Tacos. Like, come on. We need
Right?
tacos.
Alright, let's say hi to everybody who's come by thus far. Hello, Sean.
We got a Merrick. We have a
And
random Merrick.
yay! And we'll say hi to Merrick here in a moment. And hi, Shalana. It's good to see you here. And here's you. And of course, we'll have Shalana's links up through the stream. And hello, Merrick. Thank you for the email, by the way. If I can figure out how to get onto that email and send the link out so we can annoy the hell out of some senators on the behalf of the poor bastard stuck at the JRC, then yeah, I'm going to get that link out at some point.
We're going to have to wait until the 15-minute mark before I can explain my dumb story before stream.
Alright, but we'll start. And I don't know how I'm going to do this without cursing. So, you know.
Oh no, here we go.
Be British. Censor.
Alright, so for all of you who haven't been keeping a close eye on Twitter, and I only saw this morning, to basically taunt Australia,
Chloe Caligari.
AH went and bought a new dog and named it after the Deputy Prime Minister. Okay, that's assholeish enough. Have to tell me you're psychotic without telling me you're psychotic.
And then she posted that video.
Yep, and then that video when she tells that dog, I will hurt you, while the dog's cowering, made my blood boil. Yes.
That dog wanted to bolt out of that door.
My
blood.
blood.
Sliding door, right? If I'm wrong.
Right. It's, and I know it's due to the fact that Franco got his deposition over with. More than likely, she has to do something extreme in her head, her psycho Hoseby's head. She has to do something antagonistic and hateful and evil so that everybody will focus on that instead of the fact that her ass is getting ready to be had.
Wait, I have a question though. With her dad being charged the way he was in the past with animals, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. The dog fight.
Yes. How is she legally allowed to be near animals? We've all seen that
is a valid point.
And the fact, what does she think she's doing? She is drunk and high as fuck. Just yelling at a poor animal, and then she puts it on Instagram like it's a positive thing. Like, we get your psycho. We understand this. Like, stop trying so hard to make us understand. Yeah, like, we got the memo. The memo has been had. We don't need you to try so hard anymore to, prove you're a psychopath.
Mm-hmm. And the way she grabbed that dog and lifted the dog up, the dog looked like it was in pain. Like, it was like literally had stiff leg.
And the way it was cowering in that video, oh my God. Like, why would you post that? Because is she not aware that this can be used against her in court as pattern of behavior? Because it can. And most of us, if we see anything more like that, are going to be basically multiple calls to animal rights organizations.
It should have been called a long time ago when she posted that picture of her on that horse and the reins being so tight in that freaking horse's mouth where it could have choked on it.
My God.
Sorry for swearing, I'm just so mad.
No, that it was psychotic. And just seeing the way she treats animals. And what's really pissing me off is these stupid assholes in the media acting like, oh, it was such a great troll. The way she is trolling the deputy prime minister, not caring about how a poor, defenseless animal is being treated, but still lifting her up as a queen. What the fuck?
Stephanie, correct me if I'm wrong. This is like the third or fourth time she taunted him?
I believe so, but that's horrific. And the fact that still the media backs her. Still the media praises her. Even praises the treatment of this damn dog, calling it a troll. That's a live, breathing animal.
Charlena's comment
there's this thing
as well.
Called Elon's money.
Yes, thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, we're calling it we're calling it that, Shalana. We're not disagreeing with you. It's literally that.
It's God. I've loved animals my entire life. Dogs, cats. I've had them around me all the time. I mean, when I just got back from my mom's during Christmas, and she has, as Chloe's already heard me talk about it, her name is Princess Emma. And she has her own throne surrounded by her own puppy toys, and she got a new puppy blanket for Christmas.
Oh,
and
that's precious.
And she just ran around trying to help everybody unwrap their presents.
Oh,
that sounds like my dog.
And she is
it's all fun and games until your dog wakes you up at 5 a.m, nicking your pillow. And then proceeding to think it was a female dog.
And she is a complete sweetheart. And then I come back here, and I get up this morning, and I see that shit. And, oh my God, that'd be one of those things that, jail or not, had I lived near her, my father's daughter, he didn't tolerate dog abuse either.
We need to find my crossbow, we need to find my bow, we need to find my quiver. We're going to shoot some people.
Yeah, Dad didn't shoot people. He was more of, hands-on type.
See, if I had lived near her, I would have taken the dog away from her, like, it's mine now, screw you. You touch me and the dog, you're going to get it. I don't care what you do.
I'm also going to throw out this little disclaimer. If I seem really, really like, what the hell's going on, I'll explain about it in 15 minutes. Because I did something stupid right before stream. So, yeah.
Shalana says, I need my bow and arrow.
No, believe it or not, like, I'm actually a good shot.
And how the hell do these people what I really don't understand, these are also celebrities and media figures that support PETA, ASPCA, and the Humane Society. And yet here they are applauding. That gets on my last damn nerve.
Can I
Maybe
also
it's all
say
stupid
we
people.
do not support PETA whatsoever. It's the RSPCA over here in the UK.
We support the Humane Society. My parents, me, all my friends. They've been really good to us over the years. Merrick. Epic
man.
kung fu boxing skills. But by the way, bringing up the media, that brings me up to my next point. So, as you know, I do a video every single day exposing the damn evil at the JRC. And what I'm noticing in these proven confirmation incidents of abuse by the DPPC is a lot of these victims are women. A lot of times they're being restrained while half clothed. No, I'm not talking out my ass. Check out my videos. I have the links to where you can find everything.
Wait, Toby, let me see if I
Merrick,
can
chill, fam.
off.
Chill, fam. It's all right.
So that goes on, and a lot of these victims at the JRC are women, and women of color, I might add.
Oh God.
Hold on.
Where?
I just need to check if one of my ex-neighbors is still here.
Okay. So, someone tell me, where the hell is Me Too for them?
Up Asia's ass.
Because the only time I see Me Too do anything, it's for a celebrity. They're supposed to be believe all women. Me too. Enough is enough. Time is up. But when it's a disabled woman being abused and tortured, whether it be in or outside the JRC, where are they? Where are they?
I legit actually just texted my lovely now ex-neighbor. She moved out. She lives across the hall from me. And she's autistic and she's a female of color. And yeah, she's been through a lot worse shit than me.
Yeah, but we're talking about women who have been restrained on 4-point boards and have their clothes forcibly removed from them and be forcibly braved on camera, where male quote-unquote monitors are able to watch. But there is no Me Too for them. There is no female celebrity absolutely as fucking furious like I am. And they want me to believe all women. They want me to swallow their bullshit. But they don't do a goddamn thing to protect a single one of anyone like us on this panel here. And all of us, all three of us, we've been through some horrific shit, especially Miss Chloe recently.
Runs and gives.
I wake up and it's another episode of What the Fuck.
With what she went through, where the hell was Me Too when she needed them?
Up someone's ass.
Or when Jenny's need them, when I've needed them.
Where anyone needed them, they were up someone else's ass, protecting them.
It's because it's a simple fact, folks. They actually don't give a fuck about us.
No, they just want to put us in more hell than we actually are going to at that very moment.
Sorry.
All they do is they do their plugs, they get their celebrity endorsements, and they rake in the dough while real women out there, disabled and not, women of color and not, are suffering, being abused, and beaten, and they are nowhere to be found, no support, no money, no legal support, and people can't sit there and tell me that they are, because where is it for Jennifer Masumba? Where is her help? Where is the help for the long list of women who are survivors of the JRC?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're nowhere to be found.
Oh, the
Nowhere
past
to be
15
found.
minutes. I can now explain the story of why I got drunk before stream.
Yep,
Oh,
yep,
what happened
go
before
forth.
stream.
I'll cool off.
So, Jenny was telling me not to do it, but I did it anyway. I played a drinking game, and I shouldn't have done it. Should not have done it.
I told her to have 2 drinks, and she decided to play this drinking game called Thunderstruck.
Yeah, true story, ladies
I
and
have
gents.
no part in what happened. I tried to tell her the smart thing, and she went crazy.
I honestly can't say shit. We all know how much, like, actual concentrated extracts that I drink in my tea.
But we can all safely say that you are now meeting Tipsy Chloe and not sober as fuck.
Yeah.
And
I'll be back in 20-ish minutes, okay?
Okay. Yeah, that's good.
All right, see ya.
See you, Jenny.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So you're meeting the Tipsy Chloe with caffeine in her system. All I'm gonna say is, I pray for you. I pray for all of you. It might be your first rodeo dealing with this one.
Oh, no, you're good. You're good. Okay, so we got some other people coming in. Probably in the middle of my rant, so sorry, but it's a ranty kind of day. Hello, DJ H. Nice to see you. Small crowd, whatever. It's best that way.
Yeah.
Especially when I'm in a ranty mood, when we have AH stands trying to cram believe women all down my throat all day long. I pull up Stop the Shocks. I post the videos. I show the female victims of that horrific place, and they block me and don't do shit. These people don't actually care about real people that this stuff is happening to, especially if they're disabled.
Can I also just point out there are a bunch of pansies and they don't want to actually face the fucking truth. If they're not wanting to face the fucking truth, then why the fuck do they exist?
Well, they don't operate off of logic. MeToo was so female-oriented, it's not even funny. We have, as a society, because of the damn media, warped everyone's minds around the idea that all men bad, you know, this idea of only women can be abused. And that's in spite of the shit like what happens at the JRC that goes viral. We've all seen on this channel the Andre McCollum's video. A African American male being restrained and shocked over 31 times for refusing to remove his coat, being deprived of food and sleep at the time. He was also restrained face down with a sensory deprivation helmet over his head while it was happening to him. And they want to sit there and tell me that men can't be abused. I send that video to them if anyone asks. Every time one of those little Amber Heard turd stain bitches pulls that men can't be abused, put that video up and say, explain this shit. They
I'm also
never
going
do.
to say is, when are their fucking bollocks going to drop? When are their bollocks going to drop, Tiffany?
You mean, actually have them use logic and comprehensive critical thinking skills?
Yes, when are their bollocks going to drop?
Every time I deal with them, I fear more and more for the sake of humanity.
Yeah, I mean, considering that, yeah.
But she said it, so it must be true. Okay, if I said I won the lottery, do you have to believe me because I have a badge? Because that's the same kind of logic we're apparently operating off of these days. Nobody cares to actually go and look at the case and look at the evidence and then come up with a decision. And you know what? I wouldn't even be so pissed at them and just shaking my head if they were on her side, if they actually looked at the evidence first and had comprehensive, cohesive, logical arguments as to why they were on her side. But they don't. It's insane. Okay, so Shalana's got some tweets up. So media, get your asses out of your heads and start following evidence in the MJ case and the Johnny Depp case. And for the love of God, for the fucking JRC case. I'll put that in there.
Mm-hmm.
Quit buying the bullshit the JRC is selling people.
We have Gina.
It is a fucking torture area.
We have the Gina.
Yay! Miss Gina's here. Hi, Miss Gina.
Hi, Gina.
I would like to see actual facts be reported without opinions on the MJ, on the Depp case, and for the love of God, for the JRC. There is so much evidence, facts, and documents on what's going on in that place and has been going on. And we have documents going all the way back to 1986. Case after case after case. And nobody reports on that. Everyone just demands, well, what do you do then? What do you do when they're out of control? I'm like, and how do you know they're out of control? Because the JRC tells you. Have you actually looked at the case?
Guys, can we just appreciate my phone for like a couple of seconds? My new phone.
Yes, nice.
You finally actually get to see it. Tiffany, you finally actually get to see it. You hear me on it, but you never see me.
Yay! That's definitely a lot better than your old one.
Bear in mind, my old one was like smaller than this, so it was like down here.
So, folks, sorry I got a little ranty there, but yeah, I was a little fired up since early this morning. And then I had the mask all day to get my conversion up enough to get my overall over the 25% mark. So I needed to let off that steam. I really, really did. So I know you just came in, Gina, but there was a long-rounded rant. There's that AH doing to that horrible piece of garbage bitch. God, kill it with fire. And what she was doing to that poor dog on that video. Yes. And the fact that instead of being horrified, the media is celebrating it as an epic troll while that dog's cowering in horror.
Can I show one of my Christmas presents that I got from my parents?
Yes, cheer me up, please. Ooh. Pretty.
I've got another one. It's hanging up on my wall, and then So these are paintings from Anne Stoke.
Nice.
I love them, and honestly, if I could afford all of her artwork, I would, and it would all be over my wall.
And also what I was ranting about, I'll try to stay calm this time, is the fact that MeToo acts so self-righteous, believe all women, if you don't go with us, you're a misogynist, while they hang disabled women being abused and tortured out to dry.
Mm-hmm.
Because the real facts are, if you're not a celebrity, they don't care about you.
We don't give a shit.
So I was ranting about that too, and so yeah, kind of got that out of my system. You guys kind of caught the tail end of that. What do you all think? I know some of you have been.
We have Eco Spice in the chat as well.
Okay,
as well
so
as
what does
Tina, Sean B, Shalina, Merrick?
Yeah, I said hi to them a moment again, Miss Gina. So what do you all think? We have our own team here. Fuck them. Right?
Gina, in Yorkshire, or like in the UK, the famous phrase is, if you want something done right, you have to do it your fucking self.
Well, I like to call us here Team Neurodiversity. Even those of you who are not necessarily on neurodiversity, you are now allies by default. And you all tend to agree that what we say has logical, coherent sense. Thank God. So we are Team ND. And I can tell you, because I'm in both sides of the Twitterverse, the neurodiversity community, by and large, support our own, especially in Deb's case. You have no idea how many people in the movement are actually neurodiverse, but there's quite a few.
We support people of our own brethren.
All the time, every goddamn day. Because if we don't have each other's backs, then who will? What I got really pissed off at was there was a stan named Katie who had the balls to use the actually autistic hashtag while spouting a bunch of lies about AH and how we're all deluded, we're Debanon, and I'm like, oh, ho, no, you don't, bitch. You do not throw
So
our...
basically, she's using that hashtag for attention. Oh, pity. Should we pity her? No, we fucking shouldn't.
I wouldn't be surprised if it was a dig at me. And I'll tell you why. None of these bastards ever attack me directly. And it's because they know I belong
Why?
to...
Because they're all too fucking terrified to get shut down by you. Because we all know that you're fucking terrifying.
And I have a lot of people behind me. People that AH knows absolutely nothing about.
We all know that you're terrifying as fuck when you're pissed off.
And I have connections that little bitch doesn't think anything of. In her self-involvement, she never seems to think about the fact that, you know, us little people, we know people too. And I've got a lot of connections that I spent a decade building. So, yeah,
We
if
all
they
hail the Wi-Fi gods as well, because they're actually...
If they attack me, I can turn it around on them and say, well, aren't you being ableist the way you're speaking to me right now? And I have. Chloe's seen me do it. I have. A lot. When everyone and anybody is being ableist on her behalf and calling us crazy, yeah, I brought it up.
Maybe also, like, hail the Wi-Fi gods because they're doing everything in their holy power to keep me connected right now.
What the hell? Okay, who's changing their upbringing and schooling? AH? Because those were the days that I was on NPR. While she was still being...
Okay, terrifying days.
I'm afraid this so-called over 200 IQ, she couldn't even play in the same field as me. Certainly not my mother. My mom would run circles around her ass. Not because she has like an over genius IQ, but she has common fucking sense. Street smarts.
Can I just say that common sense should not even be called common sense anymore. It should just be called sense.
Amber is at... Okay. So you have connected the music industry and wrestling. Oh, I hope she does. I hope she makes the mistake of coming after my ass. I've said this a billion times. I want her to make that mistake. Because then she gonna find out real fast those so-called little people aren't so little.
No.
And just because I'm not famous in maybe Hollywood circles, I am still famous in my own right because of the work I have done in the fight against the JRC, in the fight of all the other shit that stands against people with disabilities, including being hardly able to ever get past the freaking poverty level.
Yep, same. Ow. Oh, cold.
I've been working on programs, voc rehab programs, systems that gear towards getting someone into a trade or getting them into college for a long time. And that voc rehab pilot project has actually gone quite well, I'm happy to say. But yeah, they underestimate us and who we know and who we're connected to. And if that dumb bitch ever came after me, I would have her dead to rights. I would have her dead to rights. Because there are so many disability laws and all that wonderful stuff, and lawyers that I know because of Paul, because of my uncle, and because of those I have worked with in grant writing, that I could unleash an unholy hell on her the like she has never seen. And a media blitz I would spark. Oh my God. Believe me, when I go, she's making fun of someone with autism because autism's a hot button issue. If you say that she's treated someone with a disability in such a manner when they have never directly attacked her in any way, who do you think gonna win that one? Because it's not gonna be you.
I'm sorry, but who's gonna win this? Everyone who knows that Johnny Depp's innocent, or this one bitch who thinks she's the queen of the world?
That's why I've been working on his behalf, of which he probably knows absolutely nothing, to reach out to my disability rights folks. Because they are a wealth of fucking support. You want to talk about a bunch of people who will show up. We have groups like ADAPT, who have done basically civil disobedience and to work towards rights for years. So yeah, I've been working behind the scenes. I've been talking to my neurodiverse folks and to those groups that I know that are very solidly on his side, but they're very quiet because the media will attack us over anything. We have to, unfortunately, as it were, have them make the wrong move. And then we rain down hell.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh my God, Gina. She's like, fight, 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 fight.
Shalina's turned around and said, because I whipped out an ice cream, it was like, ice cream?
Who would win? A common sense king or one bitchy lad? I just know this group right here, the individuals in it, none of us, because we're all connected, we all network together, we all talk to each other, none of us are to be trifled with. Not a single
Fantasize on a lonely Sunday night, however. Most definitely. And that was a quote from Housing a Bridge, by the way.
Echo Spice says you can keep the ice cream. He's got chocolate. So what brought up my rant, by the way, about how MeToo doesn't give a damn about disabled women being tortured and abused is I'm going over one of the DPPC confirmed cases of incident of abuse from 2017. And this whole, but she was having behaviors and doing this and doing that, so they pinpointed her. Pinpointed her is code for shocking her. Oh, but that's not abuse. And that, yeah, that's what kind of brought the fury out.
I have several questions. How is that not abuse?
Thank you. Because according to Massachusetts, anything that's a part of a behavioral program is not really abuse, which is insane. That is the most pro-institutional abuse state I have ever seen in my goddamn life. The level of corruption and the level of power that this school wields over our federal DC Circuit Court. Think about that, folks. You have this one tiny school that yet has power over the DC Circuit Court and they are able to continue to say that they are above the law. That's insane.
I want you to come and fight me, bro. I want you to come and fight me, bro.
I don't want to fight right now, at least not physically. I'll mentally spar with someone, but brain dead Tiffany does not make for best physical fighting shape, Tiffany. It's more like lay in one punch and then fall over and snore. Okay. Yep.
Gina's saying, yep.
And one of my favorite sayings comes from my stepdad. It's one of my favorite things in the world. Shit or get off the pot. Alright, so I did say I would put these up. So, Veterans Crisis Line.
Please be aware, guys, it is 11:39 at night.
I know, Chloe. I'm trying to keep it short this evening for your sake.
I was rushed off my feet all Christmas.
Merrick says, what if we make a behavior program for MJRC workers. Add in when the abused student. And as an aversive pinpoint, just add set aflame with flamethrower. Will it be okay-ish like they do? I'm sorry, that's a behavior. Oh my God, I love you guys. Training on the job program.
Yes. For those who are also wondering, I did get fired from my job. Fucking arseholes. Didn't like me. So I'm going to shove it back in their faces and I'm going to apply for a retail job in their higher-ups. So, boom.
Yeah, fuck those people.
No, generally, I know how to really fuck them up.
Go for it. Do it.
So, Tiffany. Do you want me to explain how I know I can fuck them up?
Yep, just a moment. Genius says, or get out the kids with a taser. In other words, hand out tasers to the kids. Oh, beautiful. And if the kids looked at him like, you had a behavior.
You hurt us.
That would give me, like, joy. I would need it filmed. Mm-hmm. Yes, I'm a horrible, vindictive human being, folks.
So am I, but I'm psychotic. So,
but go ahead, you tell your story.
So, the shop that's higher up than McCall's in the UK is Morrison's.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I can fuck them up so badly. All I have to do is get a job in Morrison's and then they can go die.
We are vindictive in unison. It gives me joy.
No, because I've been planning to do that for so long. Wait until the position in Morrison's opens up. And then I go and then enjoy it.
Alright.
What better than the motherfuckers that treat me there?
Okay, so Echo Spice. I mean, even the doctors that have a long time period where they do the work without having the title and officially still in training, definitely not to be looked down on. Thank you. My God, they throw in people who have literally had 3 weeks of training. You have to train for 6 months just to be a medical assistant in this state.
Mm-hmm.
Just to be a medical assistant. Let's not get into what the additional 3 months you have to go through in order to work in a school like that. And most of those...
Gina, in the UK, how long is it for med school? I actually want to know.
But I do know there's medical assistant programs, farm tech programs, all of those lesser jobs, so to speak, as well. And yeah, to even be able to work in a school, period, whether it's a residential one or not, you have to have some background in special education. You have to have at least a certification to be a teacher's assistant. And that takes a good long minute to get as well.
Thank you, Gina.
So they would have to do the med assist training. They would have to then do the 3 months for the developmentally disabled, so that's mental health issues training. Then they would have to go get at least a teacher's assistant certification to even be able, before they're even able to set foot and work with students in a school like that.
Mm-hmm.
I know that because, again, I was one of the folks who helped develop the concept behind Rivendell, which Rivendell is a school just for autistic kids. And so we designed the qualifications around what the state qualifications were. And yeah, and because we have logical thinking skills. We're not wanting to throw in teenagers straight out of high school into a job they have no business being in. Kind of makes you wonder, what's their background checks like? Like, what do I do? Oh, this here says you are a sadistic fuck. Welcome aboard. Seriously.
Mm-hmm.
For staff, naturally, there would be sheets that clearly listed behavior that would lead to a gentle zap. We don't want them to not know what to expect. Well, here's the thing is, it's not a gentle zap. It's just
Have you been shot by a fucking taser?
It's barely below the lethal limit. It is 45 milliamps of electricity. 45.
Guys, on an actual general question, have any of you been shot by a taser?
I have not, and I don't want to. And I never want to think about it again.
All I'm gonna say is, you get shot in your junk or shot anywhere that you know it hurts, you dead.
Shalana's speaking my language here. You would want to go all in. And poor Chloe. When Paul first sent her the video of Andre McCollins, you were as upset as I am every time I watch that video.
Mm-hmm.
First you couldn't speak, then you were crying a little, and then you got as furious as the rest of us.
Mm-hmm.
It's our first instinct. See one of our fellows treated that way would to be at first go and get them off the board and get them to safety, and then come back and wreck some shit.
I've been shot by a taser. It's not fun.
Yeah, no, it doesn't sound like it.
For those who are wondering how I got shot by a taser, it wasn't because of my mental health. I can tell you that one. It was before my mental health declined. So I was outside in the smoking shelter in my college. Now, we were all fucking around because we were all college kids.
Oh, God.
Security guard walks up. Bearing in mind, he's all big man. Coolest dude, though. He let this dude off with a fucking taser. The kid that's with the taser, he's like, "So this is the lighter." Proves his point. So he's like, done. Okay.
That, ow.
No, he didn't even shock himself or nothing. So I'm like, I need a lighter.
Oh, God.
Kid's like, okay. Toodles over to mine. I'm like holding it like at arm's length for me to light my cigarette. So give you a lot of perspective, right? So cigarettes this big in the UK. My arms over like out like this, with my cigarette like that.
Oh, my God.
And then one of my mates popped his end and he was like, I'm gonna call my my mate's. I'm gonna call my mate who got shot by a taser called Stiffy, because we all know him as Stiff. His last name is Stiff, so we all call him Stiffy,
Gotcha.
which is a poor choice of last name because he's gay as well, and it's bad. So he's like, I kind of want to test this. I'm looking at him and I'm like, Stiffy, don't. Security guard's over there having a smoke. He's not giving two shits because he's on his break.
Job interview at the JRC. Merrick put, have you ever beat children, sir? Well, once in a while. Welcome aboard, my boy. Seems like. Echo Spice says, it's far from gentle. I mean, burn marks, neurological damage. I can go on. But she was talking about how they say it's just a gentle sting.
Can I carry on with my story? So Stiff's like big man in Stiffy's up and like big man in himself up. And I'm looking at him, I'm like, Stiffy, you ain't got much to prove, mate. We all know you're gay. We all know that you don't mind a bit of taser. The dude dropped his taser. Dude dropped his lighter taser. It fell on the dude, on Stiffy's junk. So next thing we know, like I've turned my back for a couple of seconds talking to other mates. All I hear is bang, bang. It's like, oh. I turn around and my poor mate Stiffy's on the floor and I'm like, Stiffy, you alright? Stiffy! My mate, I'm gonna call my other mate Jay. It's not my ex-boyfriend, by the way. So my mate Jay runs over as well and he's like, are you okay, Stiffy? Stiffy, are you okay? Stiffy!
You're all right, Jenny. We'll see you later. Thank you for coming on earlier.
You're awesome, Jenny.
Okay, as you were.
So we were all there and we were like, Stiffy! Security guard ponders over and he's like, alright, so what the fuck was this about? He got shot in the bollocks.
Ooh!
And I just said it with the most straightest face. I was like, he got shot in the bollocks, sir. I wish I was making
God. I'm not even a guy.
So I felt really sorry for Stiffy because we were in the class right on the top floor.
We love you too, Miss Jenny.
So me and my mate Jay, we looked at each other and then we looked at Stiffy, who was still incapacitated on the floor.
Obviously.
And we were like, our teachers are gonna kill us if we can't get him up to class. Because they'll think we're smoking a zoot. So I was like, Stiffy, grab onto me arm. Grab onto Jay's arm. We're hoisting you up the fucking stairs. We don't give a shit. So we're like walking up these 3 flights of stairs to this class. Bearing in mind, it's the top floor of the building. And you felt really sorry for this dude because he still couldn't walk at this point. And by the time we got into class just started, and we were like, we're really sorry we're late. And then lecturer just turned around and said, what happened to him? Points at Stiffy. I look at Jay. Jay looks at me. I then look at Stiffy. Jay is trying to keep a straight face. And I say, long story short, sir, he got a taser to the bollocks. Teacher looked at us. You three are dismissed. So we all poodled it back downstairs, back to like. I dragged Stiffy to the McDonald's right down the road from us, from this college at this point. And I'm like, "Are you okay, Stiffy? Would you like a bottle of water?" "Yes, please." Bearing in mind, he's still incapacitated from the taser shot.
I would guess. I would think so.
So I gave him a bottle of water. And I got him to sit down on the bench outside McDonald's. I gave him the water. He was still shaking like a leaf, so he's worse than me sometimes. So he was like all this, still trying to hold this bottle, trying to drink from it. And I was just like, "Do you want me to go and get a straw? Would that be easier?" Went out, gone and got a straw, and came back.
All right, perfect.
So that's how we. I'm so sorry for my poor mate Stiffy.
Yeah, that would suck. That would suck. Now, some of
He
you
took
all
it
are.
well though. He took it really fucking well though.
I'm sorry, but some of these comments, you guys are freaking gold. What they want to do to the staff. Naturally cute. Negative response to punishment. Tensing up. Can't have that. Here's another. Giving it back to the bastards. Oh, you breathed wrong? Zap. Oh, you're crying? Zap. That's what they deserve at the JRC. Like we give them a zap for even wanting the job. Thank you, Merrick.
Yeah.
Evil, sadistic, ableist pricks. I'm surprised that AH had never worked at the JRC. Honestly, I'm actually quite surprised.
The amount of shit that she says and the amount of stuff that comes out of her ass.
And the amount of just absolute cruel, fucking barbarous behavior, that place would be right up her alley, you would think. I did check, by the way, folks. I did check to see if her ass had ever had anything to do involved with the JRC or autism speaks. But apparently, enough people got to her, probably Musk, and told her, yeah, you don't do it. The auties, they will come for you. Oh, we're already gunning for her. Don't let anybody fool you. We're already gunning for her. But not everyone's going to do it openly. A lot of these folks have had a lot of horrific shit and have been targeted by the media. And they don't exactly have my mentality of, you want a piece, step up. Not all autistics are like that. But they back it behind the scenes. They share information. They talk to people. They put words in ears, as it were. Yes, Miss Gina, you most certainly can. Let me get you the link. And Barrick, if you would ever like to pop on here, that is absolutely fine. That's what open chat is. Anybody and everybody.
We all like to be awesome.
But as big as the other
can
channel.
we all just spare a moment for my poor mate Stiffy?
Yes. A moment of silence for that poor bastard. May karma bless him now.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, Miss Gina.
Hi, guys. Hello,
Gina the house. You're alive!
I am, surprisingly, yeah. I'm just getting used to these new headphones. I bought myself some. So I'm really like, I can't hear it.
No, but can I just say, your voice is actually really crisp.
Is it? Well,
it's actually really nice, like sounding.
Yeah, these are Turtle Beach.
And that explains a lot. They're bougie
Yeah.
headphones.
It's serious. Oh, it's got an IQ of 200 allegedly, Tiffany. Because I know yours is high, but it's not that high.
That was Miss Amber Heard who likes to pretend her IQ. Right?
Sorry about
I
that.
would run circles.
Yes! You got Gina laughing. You got the magical Gina laughing.
That's the funniest thing I've ever heard.
I would like there wouldn't even be a competition by the time I was done with her ass.
IQ of 200, my rear end. Oh my god.
My God.
I'm sorry. That's hysterical.
Like,
It's
what,
alright.
if she's so smart, why the hell is she filming her basically emotionally abusing that poor dog and then putting it out on social media thinking this is a good idea?
She's a narcissist. She's a sociopath. The only time they have any empathy is for themselves.
And the fact that she did what she did to that poor freaking dog, and the media were just like, her epic trolling of Barnaby. I'm like, so you don't care about the abuse that poor animal, that living animal is going through?
I just don't get what the hell it's like. They've got a blind spot with her. You know?
It's like with the JRC, they got that same blank spot. I guess if you got somebody lining the coffers,
Yeah,
it doesn't matter if you're an evil, sadistic fuck.
Set the world on fire, Chloe. burn them with fire.
Yeah.
Like, I've got another lighter for the JRC, she says.
This is
I've
true.
got a Zippo.
I do believe in my last
Actually, I'm going to turn that
JD
one off because by the way it feels, it actually feels like it's going to explode. So no, I'm going to
I-
put
Now,
that one
don't blow
down.
yourself up. Don't blow yourself
Yeah.
I believe I said something along the lines in my last JD video that my Narc X, the JRC, and AH can just kindly burn in hell.
Yeah. Well, hell doesn't exist in my belief system, but they will rot into non-existence forever, and no one will remember them. So there you go.
I hope it does. I hope hell exists just for people like them that inhumanly abuse people and animals and people with disabilities. It's disgusting.
Yeah, but you know what? Look at the Earth. Look how the planet is now. It's hell enough. We don't need another hell. We've got one.
I mean, as we know, our country is completely fucked, Gina.
Oh yeah.
Oh, we have been.
Right.
Years.
Okay, I'm gonna quickly ask you this question.
Mhm.
So you've got two neighbouring countries going into lockdown. So you've got, is it Scotland and Wales and Ireland?
No, Ireland, I don't think is. The trouble is, I don't know which part of Ireland is doing what, because one's part of Europe and one's not.
Point taken, but still. So they're going into lockdown just to help ease the cases. And then we're still remaining open, like our borders / our hospitality system is still open. Please bear in mind, Omicron cases have skyrocketed.
Yeah, but Omicron cases, it's a lot milder. The trouble is with viruses, once they mutate, they become a lot milder. It's very rare they get worse. I mean, it can happen, but usually it doesn't. I know because my ex is a microbiologist, and he's not under the same stress as they were with Omicron as they were with the original one. The original one, I think it damn nearly killed him as they were doing, trying to get through work. Caribbean is so in Disney, so truly for Disney. Oh yeah, they failed.
Yes, did you hear about that? So the writers, Pirates of the Caribbean, are suing Disney, and it is over Jack Sparrow.
Oh,
I thought they'd sorted that. Oh well, what do I know? I'm just
is it
cleaning
because
my
of the
nails.
Pirates of the Caribbean ride? Because they added Jack Sparrow into it.
No, because they take the character and made it something entirely different. Well, to be honest, they want to be suing Johnny Depp then, because he made the character what it is. But maybe they try. I don't know. Who knows
Can
with
I
people?
throw this into the mix? Jack Sparrow is not Jack Sparrow if it's not played by Johnny Depp.
This is true. This is very true. There is only one Jack Sparrow. Sorry, I'm cleaning my nails, guys. Just...
Kind of like there's only one Deadpool.
I don't
Ryan
watch Deadpool.
I do, but
Yeah, my daughter
if you
gives me a lot of
Dopender,
tried,
motherfucking Dopender.
like if anybody else, if they tried to, like if they suddenly did this shit to Ryan Reynolds, and they try to put anyone else in the suit, oh my god.
It's like
Can I just say
Spider-Man.
that Ryan Reynolds don't even take himself seriously?
I don't think Johnny Depp does so. He thinks it's
Exactly.
funny. He thinks it's funny that he's famous.
One of them know.
No. Well, girls, it is nearly 2022, and we are looking at April, and we are looking at some serious shit going down. That's all I can say. And James Franco has sat his deposition, and he seems to be on a journey of redemption at the minute. So maybe.
Maybe, just maybe,
Mm.
he might not sit there and lie.
Well, he's confessed to a lot worse than having an affair with somebody else's wife recently. So. So, but an IQ is great if you've got any common sense to back it up. She's got neither. Stupid.
Merrick got it. And what do you call an actor who plays Jack Sparrow, but ain't that
Depp.
Melvin kid going as Jack Sparrow wannabe?
Nobody could do it. Nobody could match him. Nobody. I mean, people
No.
that have seen shorts from Fantastic Beasts 3 have said it's shit.
The
Absolute
thing is,
shit.
it's because Grimwald is not in it, and it's because it's Johnny Depp.
Mm.
Basically, AH has ruined his whole fucking career because of one accusation, which is
Not his whole
disgusting.
career, though.
No, he's still
using this as an opportunity to do what he wants to do from now on.
good for him. Yeah. Well, he doesn't need money, does he? He knows that. You
He's
know.
been tired of the Hollywood machine for years, way before he even met her ass. And now he has this opportunity, and he has the money, the companies, and the partnerships needed to make the kind of movies he would like to make. And now he can just go.
Yeah, I think when he went to Hollywood in first place, he didn't want to be an actor. He's a musician first and foremost, and that's his love, that's his passion. So I mean, who got him into acting now? Nicolas Cage. Let's go with Nicolas Cage. He said you ought to try this.
Can I just say I love your little emojis on your chat thing?
I mean, my house, it's a house and a mouse. It's a house mouse.
I love it. It's adorable.
Okay, I will say this for Michelson. I loved him in Doctor Strange, which is the only place I actually know him from, where he played Baron Mordo on the Doctor Strange. And he was fantastic in that role. He was great in the MCU. I wish he would have stayed in the MCU as opposed to take over this role. He had to know there was going to be some level of shit coming against him.
I don't think he realised it was going to be career suicide, though, which is what it's going to be. The trouble is with Mads Mikkelsen.
Go ahead.
Sorry, Gina. If you're trying to play a role that Johnny Depp's played, you can't match it.
No.
You are unmatched.
He's out-acted every inch of the way. The thing is, Mads Mikkelsen tends to play Mads Mikkelsen. You know, there's no range.
He does have the capability to play other roles. Or
yeah,
he would have been able to pull off Baron Mordo.
Yeah,
but I wish He was great in the MCU. Keep his ass in the MCU.
But no, I think he's thinking he's riding the coattails of Johnny Depp and he'll get all this. And Mads
I don't think he
needs to
No.
stay in his lane.
I think he. Well, MCU has its own issues, as we all know. So he may have been strong-armed out of it after he did his one role, which is sad. He did great as the villain in that movie. And it would have been fun if they could have brought him back in some more of the Doctor Strange movies.
I love them.
And he saw an opportunity. He saw a franchise. And he thought if he kept his head down and if he didn't speak on the controversy, kept his head down, just did the movie without provoking anyone, that he would be okay. Granted, that's not how it worked, but I'm a pretty decent judge in character, and that's what I got when looking at him. The problem is WB's not doing him any favors either.
Warner Brothers is going to tank this year. Absolutely tank.
They're doing nothing to help his wardrobe, his hair. They're not doing a damn thing to make him look like Grindelwald. They're not helping him in any way.
No. But the thing is, I mean, even if he had the best wardrobe, the best makeup, and it's still not Johnny Depp.
No.
You know, and Johnny Depp, his characters are unreal. You know, I'm not being a big Johnny Depp fan. I mean, I've only seen Pirates, and I loved him in Pirates. But seeing some of the other stuff recently, it's like, wow.
And I have to agree with this right here, because I had one of Matt's fans come after me over this fact because of Hannibal, and they're like, he's the best Hannibal ever. I'm like, excuse me. No, there is only one Hannibal Lecter.
You see, for me, you know, Johnny played Willy Wonka. Not interested for me.
In the 2005 movie, yes.
No.
He did play.
You see, I grew up with Gene Wilder.
Yes,
Yeah.
Thank you. That is my Wonka, and Anthony Hopkins is my Hannibal Lecter.
Yeah.
Okay, this sounds really bad of me, considering I'm from a completely different generation. But I do not actually like the Willy Wonka film from 2005. I like the original.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm sure
they
for this
actually
generation.
They actually made it more a musical.
And
it's how it should have been.
And yes, people always like to say, but it's not as dark and all that. Like, did we watch the same movie?
How to say, have you read the damn story?
Like, have you watched some of those scenes with Gene Wilder? He was just like
a bit psychotic.
Right? Like, there were some of those scenes that, like, was the stuff of nightmares.
Some of the shit, seriously. Like, I'm surprised that my parents let me watch that when I was a kid.
I think Johnny Depp might have been one of the actors who almost played Doctor Strange. I didn't know that he was up to it. Nothing was.
No.
Can I also throw this into the mix as well? Like, the fact, like, I came from, like, Gene Wilder, and then it turned into my obsession and love for Tim Burton, and now it's turned into The Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yeah, do you know what? I'm going to say something really, really outrageous. I don't like Tim Burton. I don't like his stuff.
I like some of his movies and not so much the others. Like that original, the Batman with Michael Keaton.
I did like that one.
Especially Batman Returns with Michelle Pfeiffer as Catwoman.
Missed that one.
Fantastic.
Missed that one. I'm not saying Tim Burton is not good. Whatever he is good at. He obviously brings a lot of entertainment to an enormous amount of people. But it's just not my cup of tea.
Movies make me go, dig.
Yeah, it's just not my cup of tea. But everybody to their own. You do you.
I do find he was influenced by a particular silent film. And I think of this because I've seen it in the way the sets were designed. and it's called The Cabinet of Dr. Caligari. And if you ever watch that silent film and you see how the set design was, it is so similar to a Tim Burton movie, it's scary.
They said there's nothing new under the sun. Sorry, Chloe, love.
It's alright. I mean, I don't mind. I just kind of have a slight obsession with Nightmare Before Christmas.
And if you do, love, you do. And if it makes you happy, it makes you happy. I would never say to anyone, you can't follow Tim Burton because I don't like it. Because that's shit. If we're all the same, it'd be a boring old world.
Oh, God, yeah. Totally.
I mean, absolutely boring. You see,
I have my obsessions with everything J.R.R. Tolkien has ever wrote. We have our thing.
We have the Tolkien thing. See, my Superman with Christopher Reeve.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
And it's just what you grow up with, I think, because as a child, especially if you're watching something, you're like, wow, look at this. You know, it's all amazing. And that stays with you, that childhood happiness, you see.
Oh, God,
and
yeah,
that's
totally.
why you lean more. I mean, it's like Doctor Who. That was started just before I was born. But my doctor was fourth Doctor, Tom Baker. And nobody could
My
match him.
doctor was David Tennant.
Okay. I have two Jokers. Oh, no, three, actually.
Heath
Caesar
Ledger.
Romero, because my dad had me watch the old Batman with Caesar Romero as the Joker. Number two Joker was Jack Nicholson.
He was good.
That was my childhood Joker, and to me, still to this day, although I loved Heath Ledger as the Joker, he's still the one that was the closest to the comics.
Well, with Doctor Who, then it became 9 and
number
10.
three, Mark Hamill in the animated Batman series in the 90s. Brilliant.
Honorable mention to Heath Ledger, though.
Yes, no, that he was fantastic. He really showed how brilliant he actually was, because he was in so many romance movies and all that beforehand, and that was the first time he really got to showcase himself, and then we lost him not long after. It's like a sucker punch to the gut.
Did you not rate Chris Eccleston then, Chloe?
Pardon?
Did you not rate Chris Eccleston?
The thing is, it's more of a... I don't really... It's a matter of... When I want to watch something, I'll watch something.
Oh, speaking of Tim Burton, I'm sorry. The Addams Family movies with Raul Julia and Angelica Houston.
Angelica Houston.
Yeah,
is a lovely
absolutely.
lady.
Every time. Every time. Nobody can replace Raul Julia. I mean, Johnny Depp could.
Probably the only one who could.
Yeah.
Raul Julia he became Gomez for all of us who watched those movies.
Yeah.
And Angelica Houston is what everyone thinks of as Morticia. From that time.
I don't like her, and I hate saying this, and I can't stand the bloody woman. But I think, looks-wise, what's the face who was married to Brad Pitt could probably play a good Angelica. Angelina.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't like her. She's cold looking. Yeah.
Planet says the Joker will always be Jack Nicholson. She can't bring herself to watch Dark Knight because it's hard to watch his last movie.
Yeah, it's shocking, isn't it? It really
well,
is.
that was actually the Imaginarium movie was his very last, but he had to be filled in by Colin Farrell and Jude Law, and Johnny came in to cover the parts that Heath Ledger could no longer do because he passed away during the making of the movie. And they donated all the proceeds from their parts
to his kid, didn't they?
To his kid. And then Johnny gave the kid and her mother privacy by having them stay out on somewhere out on his island, and I believe that part of the island's called Heath's something or another.
Yeah. I know, didn't he give them Viper Room as well?
Can I just say, for those who think Johnny is a bad person, he's not.
I mean,
Then.
I don't think he's an angel, don't get me wrong. But I've never been one for following actors. I think with this happening, is the most I've ever followed any actor ever. Just not being that bothered. You go on screen, yeah, they were great, they weren't great, whatever. Switch it off, go and do something else. Never followed the careers.
To be
Never
honest, as you all
Yeah.
know, how little I know about Hollywood or anything going on right now because I don't care. I know what's going on with the MCU because I'm an MCU Marvel nerd. But as far as what was going on with his life, I didn't know anything until 2016.
Yeah, till he got divorced.
People that he worked with that live out in that area and were part-timing at my same call center came over for Memorial Day barbecue and told me what the hell was going on way before it got out into the media. And I held on to it, and I was waiting on evidence, because I'm autistic. I'm not going to, even though what my gut was telling me, I was going to wait for the evidence first. And then when it came out, he was finally talking about his own neurodivergence. And I knew nobody was going to talk about it from that perspective. And the perspective of how many disabled people are murdered by their significant others every single year. It's called suicide. That's when I decided to come out and start talking about it on my channel.
Merrick's
And she wanted
comment.
to be the Merry Widow. She wanted all the money. I think that's why she went off ballistic when he got 600 million stole from him. Because she realised she wasn't going to be quite as merry as she thought she were. I think that would end game.
Merrick's comment, though. Can we just say Merrick's comment?
We don't talk here about John Leto Checker. Another the reason left it because it's not the damn Joker.
Right. Jared Leto. Fucking pretty boy from 2005 emo.
He has acting chops. I'll give him his due. He does have acting chops.
But I picture Jared Leto
movie?
as pretty
Not
boy
it.
from 2005 looking cool as fuck. You know what I mean? Not fucking Jesus
Well,
from The Walking Dead.
I've seen him act, though, in other things. And he is a good actor. He
Is he a
actually
show-
is.
Isn't he a show host?
But, yeah, no.
Oh, right. Somebody else
That-
I'm thinking of.
That dude is not the Joker. The
Pretty boy
Suicide
from
Squad movies are a
2005.
fucking
Simple
joke.
as.
I've never
bad.
watched them. I'm not a movie watcher. The only reason I watched Pirates of the Caribbean, The Curse of the Black Pearl, was because it was Christmas, we sat eating as dinner, and I bought the DVD because it looks different. And they were all going, "Ooh, ah, a pirate's night for me" before the end of it, you know. So that's the only reason I got it.
Watcher, though, and I lean towards the older movies. I've got a ton of silent films in my DVD collection, and of course, I have Lord of the Rings. I mean, Tolkien fanatic. I mean,
Question.
what can I say
Yeah.
here? But I like the older stuff with Betty Davis and Humphrey Bogart, and I
Tell
like
me,
the
darling,
stuff with the Marx Brothers. Yeah.
have you watched Captain Salazar's Revenge from Pirates of the Caribbean?
Yes, I
From the
have.
franchise. Your thoughts on it?
I liked it.
It is like 6:23, and I've been up since like around 12:30 midnight-ish, and I'm supposed to have thoughts.
Come on,
What are your
Chloe.
opinions on it?
I did like it, but it's been so long since I've seen it, I can't, give a proper, decent critique of it. There's these other movies, I'm watching them all the time. Like
My little bone that I had.
Groucho Marx movie, any Marx Brother movie is my shit.
I'm gonna say my little bone to pick with it was it was too, like, with the whole story with Olivia and Barbosa.
Mm-hmm.
That one just seemed like it was thrown in there quickly because they were running out of ideas.
I don't know, it worked. It gives you Barbossa's backstory. And people always can't come back for the next one is dead. Yeah, it's been dead before, mate.
But the thing is, right?
It's not
my
quite as
personal
permanent as
opinion
you think it is.
My opinion is, right,
Mm.
it's just more of the fact of it seems too thrown in there, you know what I mean?
I think a lot of people said that, but I just watch, like I said, I don't sit and critique a film while I watch it. I sit and watch it and switch off. So watch it, yeah, it was good. No, it weren't. Whatever. Go make a cup of tea. You know, I don't get hung up on details. You know, but it's a shame that now we
And
won't
another
have a
thing,
chance.
they didn't cover the backstory of how Jack Sparrow pissed off Salazar.
I think he ran him onto rocks, didn't he?
Yeah.
He ran him into a ship's graveyard. So I do played the young Jack Sparrow.
Then I must rewatch it because I must have been high as fuck watching it then.
A lot of those movies, though. And I don't know.
Oh, that young lad who played.
Oh,
Tiffany, I'll know. Oh, that young lad who played your young Jack Sparrow.
I have no idea.
Oh God. Oh, Tiffy will know. Tiffy will know. She'll know. No, she doesn't. Oh.
I will say this.
We have magical technology. Let's have a look, shall we, for you?
Yeah, go on.
Okay, and while you're doing that, I'm going to say what I had spinning in my head here. There is a little bit of Errol Flynn in the Jack Sparrow character. I've watched enough Errol Flynn movies to do.
From what I'm given to understand, him and Johnny Depp in a certain place down south are built quite similarly.
Errol Flynn?
Oh yeah, he was a big boy. Lot of hidden talent, that man.
But that's my question though. Isn't Errol Flynn dead?
Yeah, but no, I mean when he was live.
He flew both ways. I know that.
Yeah, but his rocket was quite substantial apparently.
Well, I mean, if he left his lovers happy, that's fantastic for them.
I'm sorry, I was like half chipping in and half chipping out. I was like, and then I just heard rocket. I was like, what the fuck?
I'm old. We have these thoughts. It's two things we think about, and one of them's chocolate. In fact, come to think of it, so's the other. Oh, the joys of the menopause.
Oh no, you're not old. What is it Groucho Marx used to say? Even you're only as old as the
woman you feel.
You're as old as the man that you feel.
That'd be nothing then. I don't exist.
God, though, yeah. I love the Marx Brothers movies. I have since I was a teenager. I hero worship Betty Davis.
I found the young one.
Yeah.
Anthony De La Torre.
De La Torre. He made take a very good part, didn't he? He did look like a young JD, to be fair.
I mean, if you look at like the pictures, like they don't actually look that. They look quite similar.
They do quite a lot. I mean, it's really quite unnerving.
It's kind of.
So
it's
some
kind
really
of
good casting on that one. Yeah, there's nothing new under the sun. I'm sure there's some poor, unfortunate human being out there that looks like me. And all I can say is I'm really sorry.
Oh, don't worry. I ran into my partner's doppelganger in Chelmsford the other day.
As far as I know, I don't have a doppelganger.
We've all got one, they say, but I don't know about that. Does anybody look remotely like me?
So I went to town. I went to Chelmsford the other day just to finish off my Christmas shopping. Chelmsford's a city in Essex. Gina knows where it is.
I know whereabouts it is. I've never been down
Yeah.
south.
Roughly.
Northern,
You
we
get
don't go
what I
down
mean, though.
south.
So basically, I was getting my electric from the little shop that's in Chelmsford, and I stepped out of the shop and I thought it was my partner. So I was about to shout my partner's name. I was about to be like, and then I had a thought.
Yeah.
You know that thought that you have?
Mm-hmm.
If it was someone that you knew, they would have come running up to you.
Oh no, my people who know me run in other direction.
But you get what I mean, though. If
Yeah, I
they
do
think
what
they
you
know
mean.
you, they'll come up and just be like, "Hi, how's it going?" You know?
And when you get home, he'll say, "You fucking ignored me in town, you."
No, so I walked to my bus stop, texted my partner. I was like, "By chance, are you in Chelmsford?" And he was like, "No, I'm at home." He was like, "Why?" And I was like, "Just asking."
Very strange. No,
And then
nobody
no,
looks like me, thank
he
God.
even sent me a picture of stating that he was home, and I'm just like, okay, so I ran into his doppelganger.
Yeah.
Because right, okay, just to give you a bit of clarification, around about Tiff's hair length, it's probably even longer than Tiff's.
Yeah.
His hair's quite long, so this dude's hair that I saw. So I thought because I thought it was my partner, because his hair is quite long, longer than mine. So I thought it was my partner because the long hair, the glasses, because they looked fairly similar. He was wearing the exact mask that he would normally wear. He's wearing the exact same shit that my partner would normally wear. And I'm just like, so I just walked behind him a little bit just to make sure it wasn't him.
You know, I can tell a lot by somebody's walk.
Yeah, and then I was like, no, that can't be him because he walks like
You ought to took a
slightly
photo
outwards.
of him and said, "Look at you." Yeah, you ought to took a photo of him and said, "Look what I've seen in town." I go, "Oh, but Ramon." That'd have caused confusion.
No, so
I'm not petty
I kind of
or
worked out
anything.
from the way that my partner walks. My partner walks like that. This dude was walking like this. So I was like, yeah, that's not my partner.
Yeah. So, but anyway, right, girlies, I'm knackered.
Yep, it's getting about that time, folks.
Chloe's ass is numb.
Chloe's gone numb. Numb
So
bum.
these two need to be getting to bed, folks, and I'm getting a little tired here. I've been up since for freaking forever,
Oh,
so
bless you.
Bitch ass motherfucker, what is sleep?
Sleep. Sleep.
so I just wanted to first of all thank you, Miss Chloe, and you, Gina, for hopping on, and Jenny too. I know you'll come by to watch the rest of it later. And thank you, everyone in the chat, for coming by and listening to me rant and participating. You all are fantastic.
Love you guys.
And we will be seeing you all next Monday. We hope you all have a good one. Bye-bye, all.
Bye, guys.